Okay, good morning, boys and girls of class 7 and 8. Today I will discuss with you, I will make you understand the basics of active and passive voice. Now, you should keep in your mind, you should remember, just put a flashback inside your mind. There are three types of verb: transitive verb, intransitive verb, and auxiliary verb. Only the transitive verb has got two voices. This active and passive voice, only the transitive verb has got two voices. A transitive verb got two voices. One is active, another is passive. Now first, straight away go to the origin. What is the meaning of this word voice in English grammar? Voice tells us about the mood of the subject. The mood of the subject may be subjunctive mood, injunctive mood, whatever. Now, a transitive verb has got two voices. One voice is known as active voice, another one is passive voice. The name, the word itself speaks itself. Active. What is active? And passive, silent. Now what is an active voice? This voice tells us in a sentence, in a fully constructed, meaningful sentence, the voice tells us whether the subject is performing the action. That means whether it is the doer of the action or whether it is receiving the action or is the sufferer of the action. Now, if the subject of the verb is the doer of the action, if the subject is the doer of the action, we call it active voice. And if the subject is the receiver, of the action, that means if the subject is passive or suffering the action, is the receiver or sufferer of the action, it is said to be in passive voice. It is said to be in passive voice. So active voice, if the subject is performing something, is doing something, doing an action, then the voice of the verb is an active voice. And if the voice of the verb is receiving the action part or is suffering or is in the passive voice, we call it is a passive voice. For information, I tell you, transitive verb has two voices. But sometimes in English, when you culture English grammar, go deep into English language and grammar, you will find sometimes intransitive verb takes a voice. If in that sentence there is a cognate object, only then, otherwise not. And in our day-to-day, we more or less apply or use rather active voice. We prefer it, active over passive. Now I will give you an example. See, I will demonstrate how to understand whether the verb was subject of the verb is doing an action or is it an action. How you will identify a sentence, whether it is in active voice or passive voice. That means the voice of the verb. See, example. Follow me. So 7 and 8, I have written a sentence, a simple, a small sentence. Manish helped Ravi. The subject of this sentence, subject in moral occasion, moralist occasion, and noun becomes the subject of a sentence. Manish is the subject. Verb is helped. Ravi is the object. Ravi is the object. All of you know transitive verb needs an object to complete the sentence and to have a meaningful sense. So Manish, what did Manish do? Manish helped Ravi. What did Manish do? Manish helped Ravi. Manish is the subject. Manish is helping Ravi. That means Manish is doing something, is taking an action part. The subject is the doer of the action. The subject is the doer of the action. What action is taking is helping. Whom? Ravi. So here the sentence is in active voice. Now, see, we'll transform this sentence, we'll convert this sentence into passive voice. The same sentence. In active voice, it was Manish helped Ravi. So, we have to make it into, transform it into passive voice. What does passive voice tell us? It tells us subject should be the receiver of the action. Ravi was helped by Manish. See, in this sentence, Ravi becomes the subject. Whereas in active voice, Manish was the subject. And was helped, this is the word. And see, Manish, who was the subject in the active voice, becomes the object in the passive voice. And here see what happens. Ravi, the subject, is passive, silent. He is receiving the action part of Manish. Ravi was helped. Was helped by whom? He was helped by Manish. Ravi is not doing anything. Ravi was receiving help, was getting help from Manish. In the active voice, the subject of the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. Whereas the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. See. Subject word, object. Active. AC. Subject, word, object. C. Passive. Now when we transform active into passive, see, the object in the active voice becomes the subject. And the subject in the passive voice or active voice becomes the